Master Kipal would mention, he says, an ethical life is a stepping stone to spirituality. A life of non-violence, a life of truth, a life of humility, a life of compassion, a chaste life, a life of love, a life of self-service. And if we start to look at each one of these, we'll find that these are the traits of the Lord. And this is why each one of our faiths talk about these to be put into our own lives, because it's only when we get to that state of purity that the merger of our soul can happen in God. So when we think about non-violence, many people think about violence as being only in action. We get to fight with someone, there's all kinds of violence. But there's violence in words and there's violence in thoughts. And actually, the violence first starts at the level of our thoughts. Someone we think has done something wrong to us. We think. Whether it's true or not, we don't know. But we think that someone has done something wrong to us, and so we get angry at them. We start to have violent thoughts. So when we meet them, that might culminate into some violent words. And if the words get too violent, then the heated atmosphere can get into actions which are violent. So we need to focus on what our thought patterns are. To look at ourselves and realize that thoughts are very, very potent. If we think about something, the vibrations that go out into the atmosphere, and those thoughts, even though we think we are the only ones who are thinking, so no one else knows about them, but those vibrations do go out. And then, they start to affect others as they affect us. So just don't be in a state where you feel like no one is aware of your thoughts. If other human beings are not aware, then God definitely is aware of them. And they create karma for us too. Every thought, word, and deed we are held accountable for. And so we need to lead a life of non-violence. We should be non-violent in our thoughts, in our words, and in our deed. Granted that there would be many times in life where we would feel we've been wronged. We can't pass through life having everyone agree with what we think. That's not possible. Because we live in a very multicultural age these days. People come from different cultures, people came from different backgrounds, so the thinking patterns are different, and so as we interact with them, we're bound to have some disagreements. But we need to take them in calmly and not let them affect us. It's the same thing when we think of the virtue of truthfulness. Truthfulness means that we are living truthfully. As Master Kipal said, he said, truth is very high, but true living is still higher. So just recognizing the truth will not get us there, but putting truth into our lives is what is needed. We generally all have we all have a covering over the kind of person that we are. We all project what we'd like others to see who we are. So for others, we might project as being very caring, very loving, very thoughtful, very truthful. But are we really like that on the inside? We might fool some of the people around us, but no one can fool God. So we need to be transparent. We need to be on the inside what we claim to be on the outside. And that's what truth is all about.